The response of search and rescue teams to the massive earthquakes in Turkey's south was not as fast as the government wanted, President Recep Tayyip Erdogan says. Although we have the largest search and rescue team in the world right now, it is a reality that search efforts are not as fast as we wanted them to be, Erdogan said. Death toll skyrockets following devastating earthquake across Turkey and Syria. Greater than the confirmed death toll from the deadliest quake in the region in 2 decades stood at more than 23,700 across southern Turkey and northwest Syria 4 days after it hit. Hundreds of thousands more people have been left homeless and short of food in bleak winter conditions, and leaders in both countries have faced questions about their response. Previously, Erdogan has accepted that the first response was slow immediately after the quake due to bad weather, damaged roads and the vast area affecting 10 provinces in the country. Some residents in the worst-hit areas complained that no emergency workers were on the ground in the crucial first hours after the quake, a charge opposition politicians have picked up on, blaming Erdogan's government. Erdogan said search and rescue continued with teams joining efforts from all over the world after 94 countries offered help. About 24.4 million people in Syria and Turkey have been affected, according to Turkish officials and the United Nations, in an area spanning 450 kilometers from Adana in the west to Diyarbakir in the east. In Syria, people were killed as far south as Hama, 250 kilometers from the epicenter. Speaking in Adıyaman province, which was also hit by the earthquakes, Erdogan said some people were robbing markets and attacking businesses, adding that a state of emergency declared in the area will allow the state to impose necessary penalties. Evacuations from the area continued. Due to the large number of damaged buildings, tent cities have been set up by authorities to house hundreds of thousands left without home in temperatures below .C. After visiting displaced people sheltered in tents, Erdogan said if people preferred to move from the affected cities, the government would pay their rents for a year. We will rebuild these damaged buildings within 1 year and will hand them back to citizens. While we do that, we will pay the rent of citizens who do not want to stay in tents, Erdogan said. The rescue of a number of small children has lifted the spirits of weary crews searching for survivors on the 5th day after a major earthquake struck Turkey and neighboring Syria. At least 7 children were rescued on Friday. Videos released by disaster services showed their astonishing survival, inspiring search crews who also saved several trapped adults. The rescuers, including specialist teams from dozens of countries, toiled through the night in the ruins of thousands of wrecked buildings. In freezing temperatures, they regularly called for silence as they listened for any sound of life from mangled concrete mounds.